Welcome to What the Phobia. I am your host, the creepy journalist. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Welcome. What the phobia? What the phobia? What the phobia? Hey guys, welcome back. Today is October 20th. 11 more days till Halloween. I'm slowly forgetting math. There's a phobia about that too. I need to I'm shut up about it now. So, today, I should do a lot of talking today. A lot of talking. Because today we're going to talk about Lalophobia. Lalophobia. Honestly, sometimes whoever makes up these words is just makes me wonder. Anyways, so Lalophobia is the fear of voices, including one's own. I'm not the biggest fan on the voice that I have. I take that back. I am a fan of the voice I have. Do I wish I could change it? Maybe. Maybe, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm comfortable with what I have. Plus, I get to talk to you guys. You guys get to hear my voice. It's awesome. It's amazing. So today's gonna be a lot of banter because the fear of voices is interesting to me because how do you communicate with other people? Obviously, someone could say you don't. You can text. You can do sign language. But, and this is the part where it gets trippy. If you are allophobic, you fear other people's voices. What if you're talking to a deaf person? Obviously, you don't hear their voice, but their voice is their hands. Would you fear that? Now, I'm going to be completely honest. I did minimal to no research on this particular phobia because I want to talk about it a lot. I don't want to go based off of what someone else said. I want to go based off of what I think it is. And if anybody wants to correct me, they're more than welcome to. Look at that. Another voice is going to jump in, hopefully. Hopefully someone else comments on what they think. Lalophobia. I always talk about but how phobias, for me, in my mind, in my opinion, how they're developed from a traumatic experience. I can't seem to figure out where Lalophobia can come from, where it's developed from. You know, it's left me a little dumbfounded due to just the like I said, the weird factor of it. And that includes everyone. I would assume even animals. You know? But look, I don't have kids. Okay? I have nieces, I got nephews, all that. But if I ever have kids, I'm pretty sure I want to hear their voice. When they're born, when they're crying, when they're laughing, whatever. Because that's my baby. But I can't seem to figure out why someone would be afraid of voices. I understand that words have power, depending on who is speaking those words. But I don't think this has anything to do with the words and how they're presented. I think it's just voices in general. Nothing to do with words, just voices. So how do you get through school? Everybody talks. You have to speak, unless you have something physical holding you back. Maybe you're missing a tongue. I don't know. Maybe you don't have a voice box. I saw this video, and I think I'm gonna put a link to that video here. It was on YouTube, and it had no definition as to like I understood it to like once I finished watching it, but no explanation, nothing psychological, nothing. Just, hey, people are afraid of voices. And there's this guy, and he hears voices. To me, the way that they portrayed the video is the voices are in his head. And my boy does something crazy towards the end, but you know what? It's all good. It was interesting. And then his baby cries, and then the video ends, and I'm like, all right, now what the hell's he gonna do? So, a person that's afraid of voices is not afraid of sounds, just voices. So, does a person wear earplugs all the time? Is like a person that's oh man, I forgot. This is like one of the first ones I did. Audiophobic, something like that. I forgot what the word was, but it's a person that's afraid of sounds. So that person might go to the lengths of wearing earplugs all the time, unless you want to put some serious money into some serious zero outside noise earplugs. I don't think that's a Lalophobia would go to that extent. I think they might just go to the extent of just isolating themselves to where they don't have to hear voices. But look, voices are a beautiful thing. They are amazing to have. We can communicate. We can sing. When I say we, I mean humans. But even animals, they have their own voices too. You may not understand a word. They may not speak the English language or whatever language you speak, but you know more or less an animal's emotions based off of their voice and what they're doing. If a dog gets hurt, you know, they whimper. They go. That's my imitation of a whimper. Okay. You can tell when someone is thirsty. Something is thirsty. An animal. They start panting. But that's a voice too. That's a voice. Depending on their body language too, you can tell what they're feeling. The point that I'm trying to get at is I love music. Alright, I like all types of music. And I don't know what music would be without people, humans, and their voices. Now, we can even go and personify instruments and things like that. Like Carlos Santana, I love the way he plays the guitar, and I tell people like, Carlos Santana, he makes that guitar cry, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, it doesn't cry, but it sounds like it. If a guitar had a voice, that's what it would sound like. Like it was screeching, like it was crying, something like that. You know, this is an interesting one for the same reason that there's not going to be anybody listening to this if they are Lalophobics. They don't want to hear my voice. They don't want to hear anyone's voice. So that'd be a little interesting, because that makes me wonder also, if they're afraid of voices, and obviously they were born with one, you're not born with a phobia, you're born with what you're naturally born with, okay? For most people, there is a voice box. I'm not going to say all people, because there are people that can't speak, they are mutes, okay? So for those people that are mutes, I do apologize. But can a mute develop Lalophobia? For me, it would make more sense if a mute, a person that cannot speak, developed this phobia. They themselves can't speak, so Why would they feel comfortable around other people that can speak? If anything, they probably feel outcasted, and they would feel a lot more comfortable if other people didn't speak. So maybe, I don't know. This is just, like I said, banter, me just rambling on. For that same reason that I want to prove a point. Sound from humans is coming at all times. Obviously, depends where you are, depends where you live. You can go to the woods, but if you hear crickets, if you hear squirrels, okay, if you hear any sort of animal in the woods, anywhere that you are at, something has a voice. So, before I ranted, the thing that I was saying was, if a person is born is naturally born with a voice box, right? They have a voice box. They develop this phobia, Lalophobia, and then they decide not to speak anymore because they don't want to hear their own voice because it scares them. Don't they have an inside voice? And I don't mean indoors, I mean in their head. Okay? Because I can think in my mind and hear my voice because it's my head and I can hear what I want in there. So, are they afraid of their voice also? Because if they are, then they must be masters of meditation or something, because I cannot, for the life of me, quiet my mind. I think that's why I like recording so much. I always gotta say something. I speak what's on my mind, and we go from there. But when I'm not speaking, I'm thinking, and my thinking has a voice. So, lalophobes might be afraid of their own voice, or maybe it's just hearing it outside of their head. I don't know. I never met a lalophobe. And I don't think they want to meet me either. I don't stop talking. I don't shut up. First thing I tell them is, hey, do you like podcasts? Yeah, you do? All right, you can hear my podcast anytime you want. Just go on YouTube. Oh, 12 minutes. And counting. I think this one was filled with a lot of filler. A lot of banter. Because that's all this is. A lalophobic would never hear a podcast. They'll never listen to one. They won't want to. Hell, you can't even put headphones on if you just want to hear music, because from what like I said, it's just voices, not sounds. Okay? But if it's voices, let's say you buy a brand new pair of headphones. Bluetooth headphones, okay? Not 3.5 millimeter jacks or whatever. All right, let's just say you get some brand new headphones. There are headphones, Bluetooth headphones, that have a voice in them. Sometimes they say power on, power off, next, play, pause. They speak. So if a lalophobe is afraid of voices, will they also be afraid of an artificial voice? It's somebody's voice that's just been pre-recorded to be put onto those headphones to give you options, to tell you what you're doing when you're not looking at the buttons. You know? I just wonder, how do you get through life without being told directions or being told guidance? Do you suck it up and just like get over it in that moment? Do you face your fears when you have to? Or when you go to like jury duty? I don't know if there's a doctor's note for that. I don't know if you can bring them a note saying, hey, I'm a lalophobic, I can't do this. Or you won't say it, you'll give them a note. And they'll get the picture, I guess. And then they gotta look up this video and find my voice on here to explain to them why they cannot be part of the jury duty. I'm just giving examples now. Maybe they're a little out of hand. But maybe this phobia itself is a little weird. If you have it, that's fine. And if you don't have it, obviously you're here. You don't mind listening to me. And if you are listening, let me know. Give a shout. I'll be like, hey, give me a little ghost in the comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you got from this. Maybe you've never heard of this phobia before. But damn it, that's why I'm here. Sorry, I got a little emotional. I like voices. I need to bring up a phobia that I have. I don't think I have a phobia, but I guess in researching, not like this one. This one I didn't research at all. But in researching different phobias, I might find something that scares the shit out of me that I didn't realize. But we'll find that out very soon. So next time, guys, stay very creepy, my friends.